Your Majesty, Dr. Austin, distinguished guests, honorable faculty and staff, proud parents, and last but not least, students of the graduating class of 2017. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Let me start by acknowledging the immense pressure of not only being asked to leave you with lasting wisdom at this pivotal moment in your lives, but also being the only thing standing between you and your diploma. But pressure can be a good thing sometimes. It pushes for performance. So here goes. They say that time passes, but I have come to realize that it is more of an unfolding than a passage. Passing time implies that a person is aware of its progress. Unfolding time implies a slow movement, accompanied by surprise at one's lack of awareness of its unexpectedly rapid progress. Yes, time does not pass. It unfolds. As a major page of time unfolds for you, I can only imagine how bittersweet it must be to leave this place. My first visit to King's Academy took place only weeks ago, and I was struck with awe at how impressive both the campus and the student body were. In a short blink of an eye, an unfolding of time, 10 years in the making, we are all standing in what is arguably becoming one of the leading educational institutions in the region and the world. Your Majesty, your vision in bringing this place of learning to where it is today, coupled with the hard work of the team that you put in place, makes us all stand a bit taller in pride and optimism for the youth that passed through its doors. You are now about to embark on what will be, for most of you, the first real adventure of your adult lives. You will survive your college years, even though there may be times when you doubt it. As you wander through the unknown, try and remember this. The hardest points in your life are also those that teach you the most about yourself. You never realize it at the time, but the experiences you perceive as the worst in your life are often reflected back in some future mirror as the best. I learned so much during my brief 4 years of college, but in retrospect, as my love of learning grew, I realized that I didn't learn as much as I should have. That has always been a lingering regret of mine. So I will mention this in passing. Always grab any opportunity to learn as you would a winning lottery ticket. Because although you think it will be there forever, it is far more lingering and fleeting. It's far more fleeting than you can imagine. As another stage of life unfolds, and you all hopefully graduate from college and start your first jobs, you will face a different set of opportunities and challenges. They say that your first job is foundational, and I can say that it was definitely true for me. I learned one thing from my first job that has stuck with me. I learned that nothing, and I mean nothing, can replace a good, solid work ethic. Now, that's a broad statement, I know, so let me explain. What I mean by a good work ethic is having a secret pride in your work, doing something to the best of your own abilities. I had always been tempted to be swayed by the winds of external praise and criticism, and I often still am. And although those winds are useful gusts that can point your sails in the right direction, the ship you captain, i.e. yourself, is the ultimate vessel. If you do your best work, and you know it, but someone else doesn't like it, or is not impressed by it, then you need to develop the strength and confidence not to be beaten down by them. Conversely, if you don't put in your best effort, and the people around you fill you with praise, please, I beg you, do not swell your ego with the arrogance of a job well done, because it is not. I love looking at problems that haven't been solved yet and coming up with unique ways of solving them. And let me tell you 2 facts about Jordan and our part of the world. There are a lot of problems. And there are tons of unique ways to solve them. I firmly believe that only we can solve and truly solve our own challenges. You have been blessed. Yes, blessed with a dichotomy of perspectives. You are from and for this great country of ours, and you are also worldly in your knowledge and exposure. The unique solutions that are waiting to be discovered are sitting in plain sight for the ones who proudly wear the dual lens glasses of both perspectives. The path will not be easy. You will fail. God knows that I have failed more times than would be practical to recount in this speech. In the end, all that really matters is that you tried to solve our hard challenges, because there is invaluable knowledge in failure for those who embrace trial and error as the natural and essential part of success. Time will unfold yet again, and you will find yourself further along in your career. When you do, I hope you remember this story of my early days at Akhtabut. This is a story that taught me, rather indirectly and unintentionally, about the importance of service. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that I started the job portal without the intention of making money out of the business. I am, after all, a student of finance and economics. But my first rude awakening to some of the flaws in my logic about business came during the first week of launch. We were very much a scrappy startup of 4 people, and I personally received and answered every help email for the first year or so. Our first dollar may have come in on day 1, but the first whiff of impact came in on day 10. So that day, I received an email from a man who said that he had been searching for work for the past 3 years, and that he applied through Akhtabut and finally landed the job. He thanked us so much for building our site and for giving him and his family the opportunity to live a dignified life. Now, I instantly felt both pride and guilt. Yes, I was partly responsible for this man's good fortune, but it was not top of mind as my intention to do so. I thought of the economics first, and the impact was a byproduct. That is the truth of my mindset back then. The truth as I see it now is different. If you think of impact first, the economics will follow as a byproduct. Serving others and adding value to their lives is and should be the core focus of one's professional life. Do not let anyone ever tell you otherwise. I went to a talk recently, and one of the people there said something that I think summarizes this point. A millionaire is no longer someone who accumulates $1 million. A millionaire is someone who impacts 1 million lives. I'm not sure if any of you can recall a time when someone in your life gave you a little bit more than you expected, when they believed in you when they really didn't need to. The space between what you can do, what is expected of you, and what you decide to go above and beyond to do is such a beautiful and magical space. And we are all forever transformed when we are on the receiving or giving end of that magic. Looking back at the many moments in my life, I realize now that the biggest impact I believe I had was when I made that very personal reach and believed in and supported someone else. Many times, your humble sacrifice will go unnoticed, and that's okay. But sometimes, and they are few and beautiful, sometimes it touches a soul. And when it does, when you are able to believe in someone and that person is propelled by the sheer power of your faith in them, that will be one of the moments that will tickle your mind forever. When you start pushing full force with your careers, time will pass by, or rather will unfold yet again. You may start searching for the secrets of success. So let me tell you what I have come to learn about the topic. I humbly believe the secret to success lies in the mind-numbing grind of working towards the same goal day in and day out, with blinded perseverance, allowing yesterday's sweat to compound upon today's tears. That's the boring secret of time. You can leverage its unfolding to your advantage by harnessing the power of compounding simple efforts done consistently and persistently. That way, when a page of time eventually unfolds, you will be pleasantly surprised. When the school asked me to give this speech, I was excited and anxious. I was off balance and uncomfortable, but I have learned to always jump at the opportunity to do something that feels uncomfortable, for growth awaits outside your comfort zone. I feel a bit strange standing up here, imparting wisdom when I feel I should be sitting out there with you, absorbing wisdom from others. But I guess that is the final lesson that I want to share with you. That we are all teachers. And we are all students. Just by sharing our experience, we are teaching. And just by listening to other people's experiences, we are learning. It is as simple as that. There are no experts and there are no novices. Always have the graciousness to share and teach, and always maintain the humility to listen and learn. Congratulations and good luck to you all.